like, then SimCity is your game, because um, SimCity likes to track metrics like noogies, and I think there's like a bunch of other really like if you go here, there's like graves misplaced, and like in the university, there's classes cut. So here we've got some small condos. These are your typical medium wealth buildings here. They have two sort of Simbucks icons. These guys are pretty good. That's a high wealth one, which is fine. High wealth people tend to work in high wealth jobs, as you can see. And these, podunk style, like row housing, North Korea, whatever, are starting to go away. And I'm actually going to put our library back before I forget. So the library will go there. And I'm fine with that. And you know what? I'm just not going to rebuild the museum. I think the net gain from the private school will outweigh the museum. And so one of the things we have to keep doing is just keeping tabs on our education system. I forgot to deal with crime. And so we need another police station. And you know what? We have the money to build another police station. We can build a deluxe one. And I think we're going to. Cancel. Come on. You know what? Just stop for a second. Alright, fine. There. Alright, Dick 4. And this guy's funded at 360. So we'll go ahead and hit play and let our growth happen that I rudely interrupted. And of course nothing's gonna grow. Because this game is a dick. So yeah, we've got 28 of 60 prisoners. And 40 out of 50. I'd assume our fire risk could be pretty high, but it's not something I'm particularly worried about right now. So let's take a look at our demand indicators. Oh, we got lots of high wealth or high-tech industrial demand going on right now. So we'll go here. High-tech industrial is probably going to be the thing. Jesus. Really? That must be a delayed message. Yeah, it totally is. Put these up just a little. Nah, that one's fine. High-tech industry is going to be the thing that's going to consume the majority of our power. So just as sort of like a good practice, I'm just going to import 10,000 more power, and we're going to export more garbage. So now that we have our thriving city, I'm actually going to go here and plop down a recycling center. I'll show you why I'm doing this. There's a couple of reasons. The first one is that a recycling center will actually process garbage. I think I might have shown this in one of my other videos, but I don't exactly remember. So it actually is processing a certain amount of garbage, which is good. The other thing it does is it opens up an ordinance to us, which is the trash pre-sort requirement. And that'll actually lower the amount of garbage that our city makes. Super cheap right now because we really don't have that much garbage. But if we look at our neighborhood deals, we've actually reduced. I actually don't know if that number has particularly changed unless we cancel the deal and reinitiate it. Nope, so it hasn't. So there you go. So maybe it actually did nothing. I think it actually is worth doing, and we can actually track that later on. I'll show you how to do that. For right now, I'm just sort of gonna. This is my library, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, so I'm just gonna let the growth happen. So they really want some more commercial demand, and we still have high-tech industry. So I'm not going to build a golf course because this city isn't looking to have a lot of high wealth sims. It's looking to have medium wealth sims. Check out how everything's doing. I need some more commercial. I'm going to go with high-tech industry for now. Just because I'm not building that commercial out because commercial tends to want to be in like ultra desirable locations, which I can manipulate. Or ultra central locations, sorry, my bad. And I'll fill out these one pops, I guess, with industrial and see how those grow. That's just an experiment. Everybody has water, right? Yeah. Everybody's good on water. So we're gonna let that grow. We're gonna consume as much of that. I'd like the commercial that I have to increase. And we just got a pop-up requesting an airport, and I'm dubious as to the... So here's a solar power plant, which generates zero pollution, which is really nice to have. They often light on fire. I don't understand how a solar plant can light on fire. Maybe somebody who like works in one or is like a solar engineer can explain to me how a solar plant can light on fire. I do know that there are relatively high temperatures involved, especially if it's liquid salts, but I'm still not 100% sure I understand how a solar plant can light on fire. Only thing I noticed with solar plants is that all the solar plants that I've had in this game have burned down. So these might not actually develop, they might be too small, in which case I'll dezone them. Steam Technologies High Playpen? What is this? Oh, this is like the research facility or whatever, I guess. Let's take a look here. Because I've been building high. I got the country club and the advanced research center. I actually think this place lowers desirability. And I'm pretty sure all that it does is... That's a lot of digits of pi. I'm pretty sure it actually adds radiation. Yeah, you can see that little bit of radiation. And it has an effect on desirability. If I can look. Yeah, you see that little like toxic. That's because of the radiation generated by that. So if we take a look, we can look at actually some of the indicators on here. We can look at garbage and we can see that their city has none. We can look at water pollution. There's a little bit. Usually it's where people are because they're pooping. Air pollution, where all our traffic is. Health, we're doing okay. We're not great. The average age is quite young. Our rating is good. Land value is good. The places where it goes down are, again, by this guy. Figure that out. I mean, I'd like to live near an advanced research center. I mean, I don't want to live near, like, a radioactive place. Zones. I'll show you what the traffic indicator looks like, and there's, like, pretty obvious places where there's going to be traffic problems. This is all these Sims that live in this area going to work. Whereas over here we don't have that problem because less people are working in the manufacturing centers. Alright. So we're still making a profit, and my goal here was to really show you guys what could be done in a metropolis-style setting. One of the things you'll note is that we have about, I would say, once we fiddle with our industrial centers, we'll probably have 30 to 32,000 Sims living here. Now, if we replicate that and we go 30, 30, 30, 30, we'll get about 110,000 Sims, which is pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that for our sort of our first metropolitan center. We could definitely min-max that out a little bit better. The main way we can do that is just by increasing the density of the residential we're building. With that comes the need for... With that comes the more dense you have, more density you have. Excuse me, my brain's like not participating with my mouth. The more density you have, the like higher taxed your infrastructure is. And usually I've ended up having to have 2 hospitals in every zone this size in my high density cities. So our education level is something that we should look at. And it's green, which means it's really, really good. And that's because we have a ton of schools, plus our library. Which is why these guys are sort of are growing out. And I'm pretty sure we're done with the growth that we have. I do want to fix this zone back here because it doesn't seem to be doing anything, and I want to give it a try with commercial and see if there'll be any commercial growth. Sometimes there'll be like little one-pop stores that'll open up, like these guys. That seems to be a little bit better. We still have plenty of demand though. If you look, we have a ton of, like a retarded amount of commercial demand, and if you look, this is a lot of residential demand, and that's a byproduct of how many jobs we've created for our Sims in this area. You can start seeing that, like if you look now, you can see a lot more traffic, and if we go over here, we can probably see like the traffic nightmare that is right here. Yeah, we let it load, and you can see some of the freight is actually making it all the way through the city, which is kind of bizarre. Got some neat little commercial buildings here. Got a consulting building and an office and a compression service. Some neat little things. So it's giving us some commands about industrial. And so what we're going to do is very, very similar to what we did last time. This city's in the black, which is super good. I'm super happy with that. We can come back and work on, we'll probably develop right here next. I'm trying to decide whether or not it makes sense to develop here or to develop here, because I'm not 100% sure which area these sims will prefer to work. It looks like this is the area where they're going, but actually the travel in between zones doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, because if we go over here and we hit play, we'll see people going this way. I mean, maybe we will. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just crazy. Oh, teachers are threatening to drop the chalk and walk. Where? In our high school, we can afford to increase the number of people there. And you'll notice, like, I'm not tracking this back because elementary attendance fluctuates depending on which month you're in. So I'm actually just leaving it like that. And you can hear that helicopter as you if you want to see something really funny, I'll show you the crime indicator. Look at this. We have all these people living here. We have a little bit of crime over here and a little bit of crime over here. And then look at this. Look at all the freaking crime at the university. We can even do something, where is it? Crimes. And I can turn on the... No, where is that? Oh, I can't... I'm not going to be able to find it. There's a way for me to show you which crimes are being committed, and they're totally ridiculous. Let me just take a look here. Health and education utilities. City beautification, government budget, health and safety, police department. Well, I might remember later on. It's right here. Here we go. So yeah, you could take a look at which crimes are being committed. And so we have 2 assaults, 3 assaults. This is an assaulting city, and apparently 1 car theft. But there's like TPing, pie throwing, flashing, solicitation, and you know, all of the other normal candidates. But our crime seems to be pretty managed, aside from the fact that our university is like a fucking foul den. Universities in this game are the equivalent of Mos Eisley Station. Hopefully I didn't totally muck up that Star Wars reference for the neckbeards in the crowd. I think it's Mos Eisley. Anyway, so we'll go back to our manufacturing center, and we're going to get some growth for sure. For sure. Ton of jobs. And the ever-present water problem that comes along with our industry. You and... Oh, we're actually sending our garbage to the wrong place. That's kind of funny. Oh well. We'll just reroute it. We're pulling garbage in from Dartmouth and we're sending it to Sunnyvale. I don't know if I'm going to end up regretting that. Hopefully not. If all of these suddenly go black, then I'll man up and take the responsibility. So some of these stupid areas, like right here, aren't going to grow, which will forever, like, make me mad. And if we look here, we can see how, like, super active our highway is. Check out right here, see if anybody's... Yeah, there you go. You can see now all the traffic's being rerouted into that area. So what we're going to do is we're going to pause it. We've got a ton of demand. Well, not a ton, but a bit. Enough. Some. And we're eventually going to have to start respecting money in this town. So I'm actually not going to try to build too much, because we really need to be profitable. Too much in terms of like traffic infrastructure. Or roads, I guess, would be the normal human being way of saying it. Alright. Let's put in some manufacturing. And of course we need to get some water down here. So what I'm doing